Okay, here's my review of the personal chiller. We're doing no real order except to make it easier to not have to cut everything around and just do it all in one take. This personal chiller, I will say, it makes great ice. If you like this type of soft nugget ice, it is great. It makes it fast. Other than that, there isn't a lot of great things to be said about this chiller. You see now, this light's on, it's making ice. It makes it rather fast, incredibly fast. To the point, if the light's on, you pull this out to get some ice, you push it back in, you can't close it because the ice is already fallen behind it. So you need to turn it off, pull it out, wipe the ice down that's in there, just to get ice if it's making ice. In my opinion, it should just automatically shut off when you pull it out. That's a big problem here. The other big problem is, unlike almost every other ice maker on the counter ice maker on the market, any ice that is melted, that water is refed back into the hopper and turned back into ice. Not in this unit. You have to pull this out, pour the water out, put the ice tray back in, put it back in, and turn the ice back on again. So, not the easiest thing. Then another big problem with this thing is how you fill it up with water. On the side here, so I got a towel here to make it easy to turn. Here's your little plug you pull out. Okay, seems no big deal, put water in there. No, you have to use an actual spout that comes with it, so you actually get an extra tube, an extra thing you have to do instead of just having like a nice little pour spout there that put it in. But you stick this in, and here's the problem. It's practically even with the water thing. I'm not going to fill up with water right now because it takes two hands. But you see, it takes one hand to just prop it up to give a slight angle. That's the most you can get is a slight angle. And so you can't, it holds 10 cups of water. You got to pour that water in awful slow to get that in there. And, if not, it's pouring back out to the side here. So you pull it up. Then you go to close this. And let's see, give it a second here. Boom, pops right back out again. It takes about 5 tries before you finally ever get this seated back in here again. Let's see, let's go do it again. I don't know, it's getting better since the first few tries. But yeah, it's a big hole, so you don't want to leave it open just in case you got like bugs or whatever flying in there. And then let's go back to, let's look at the controls right now. Controls fairly easy. On, off, touch that to make ice. Cleaning cycle, it's really nice. And like when you first get it, you are recommended to use a teaspoon of bleach with 5 cups of water to clean it out, just to make sure everything's going, no mold inside or anything like that. And then run another 3 times with just fresh water to, make sure everything's cool. But then the problem with that is, it's a weird thing, and the instructions don't describe it. Let me turn this here. Is the hose here? It's once you realize what it's doing, it's not that bad. But if you look down here, there's 2 ports right there. One of them's for the hose to drain it with, and so you just pop this weird. Why it has 2 connections on here is what makes it confusing. You just pop this off. I'm not going to do it now because I only have one hand available. But you can drain out all the water inside into the sink. It makes it pretty nice. But what's weird is like they don't tell you any of this on the thing. The pictures they got are just don't match up to what this is. And then you just like kind of slap this back to the side. It's magnetic. But you would think it would have like a spot elsewhere to do it so it didn't just, slap around wherever you want it to. Like, I don't know, it's bizarre. And, well, I'm done here though. I will point out, It doesn't say there's anything in the manual, but I'm betting that is that's a water input spot. If so, that's kind of groundbreaking and would make this thing much nicer. But they don't tell you that anywhere. So like I say, it makes great ice. It makes it fast. But like I said, I had to turn it off to pull that drawer out, and now it still hasn't started making it out again. It takes about 5 minutes to start making ice. So anytime I pull the drawer out while it's in the process of making ice, you're pausing it for like 5 minutes. That's just, I don't know. If you look at the other ones that are on the market, it's pretty much unacceptable. But once it starts making ice, it makes great ice. It makes it fast. So, take that as you will. Oh yeah, the other thing is like, it comes with a little scoop for the ice. Why there's not a little spot to hang it from, is beyond me. Like, it's just, here's your scoop. Can't stick it in the drawer, this doesn't work. So why not make a spot to hang it from? And along with your water filler thing, these are two things that, like, this you're going to be using a lot, unless that water filler thing actually does work. But yet there's nowhere to put it. Yeah, very annoying. And top it off, it actually is rather heavy. I'm not sure how what it weighs, but it's the average person is just carrying this around. So I don't know. Like I said, the ice still is great. I really do like the ice, and it makes it fast once it's making it. But yeah, take that as you will. I wouldn't really recommend this. I think there's better ones on the market, but I could be wrong.